Yes.
Decided to get rich by going in with Jack Abramoff's swindling of the Indian tribes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you said it was Easter, so all the dead walked from their tombs.
That's true. I didn't think of it till right at the end when I was writing there. I said, my God, everyone's rolled back a stone today.
And that's why you're Charlie Pierce, and you are pure magic, sir.
Oh, I am so happy that you said that. I'm now going to try to find a convenience store that doesn't sell IUDs.
Good luck. All right, honey.
Bye.
Love you.
Thanks, Charlie.
Oh, Steve. Beautiful Charlie Pierce.
From Esquire's Politics blog.
There you go. All right, 45 minutes after the hour, right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.
Stephanie Miller.
No, not a good look for you.
I am losing it. Okay, that's arugula, because we're a fancy liberal show. It is the Stephanie Miller Show. Welcome to it.
That's what Al Gore made us eat when we were on Current.
Every day.
Stephanie, you didn't have your helping of arugula.
Okay. 1-800-STEP-12, the phone number, toll free from anywhere. Mike in Westport, Virginia. Hi, Mike.
Good morning, Mama. Good morning, Moods.
Good morning.
I have to tell you about this Bundy asshat. It's infuriating because my wife and I are talking about having to meet with a bankruptcy attorney so we can keep paying our taxes.
Hey.
And this idiot is getting a deal. I mean, if his cattle were grazing on private land, it would be $22 a steer. On state land, $8. He's getting $1.35 per steer from the federal government. That's all he has to pay.
And he won't even pay that. Yes, exactly.
Forgive me for being animated, but I am really, really pissed off.
Yeah, sure.
And there's a special place in hell for people like Sean Hannity.
Yeah,
yikes. And maybe he can say hello to Lee Atwater when he's down there.
Yikes. All right, I hear you. Anita in San Antonio. Hi, Anita. Welcome.
Yeah, hi, Steph. I have a question about those crazy militia people.
Yes.
Who the hell has time to sit at a ranch in the middle of Nevada for who knows how long? Don't they have jobs?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they're mooching off the government.
Medicare. Yeah, I'd like to know how many are in Social Security and Medicare.
Yeah.
You know?
Get your government hands off my Medicare.
Exactly. Larry in Joyzy. Hello, Larry.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. Good morning. Thanks for taking my call.
Okay.
I consider myself a conservative for the most part.
Okay.
And following the Bundy Ranch situation, something just doesn't sit well with me as far as when the government did come in. I mean, did they really need to establish a no-fly zone, come in with snipers?
This was after years and years and years of Bundy not paying his grazing fees.
And losing one court case after another.
Warning after warning after warning after warning.
Okay, at the same time, but don't we always see people on TV, this guy owes $8 million in back taxes, this guy's been skimming off the top. I mean, snipers in a no-fly zone? I mean, couldn't it just have taken a walk up to the front door and say, hello, Mr. Bundy?
First of all,
already did that.
First of all, they were the ones pointing rifles at the government people.
And they already walked up to Mr. Bundy's house, knocked on the door, and said, excuse me, can you pay your taxes, please? They were nice at first. But then Bundy said no for years and years and years.
Look, and the right wing focuses on, they tased a guy. Well, he kicked their dog. He kicked the police dog. I mean, how many of us could get away with going up to a policeman and kicking his dog?
Absolutely none of us.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely none of us. I just felt it was a bit on the excessive side. I mean, they did come with all the firepower, and I guess some people do have that 1800s mentality, of the militia.
It's not the 1800s anymore.
Obey the law.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't go years with, trying to get away with something. How does the government establish that precedent? Then it's just okay if you decide to get a bunch of yahoos together, then, I'll try that next year, Like,
if I don't want to pay my taxes, I'll arm these two people in front of me.
Right. Don't give me a gun. I am too spazzy in the first place and also too
drunk.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. We were talking to Charlie about Keystone Pipeline. I feel like, the politics are starting to change on this.
Yeah.
Jay Carney on the Keystone.
I know there's a great urge, and has always been, to make this about politics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
I want to make sure that the right decision is arrived at and that the president makes that decision carefully and doesn't factor politics into his decision, which I don't think he is.
I heard somebody saying that they think that he's going to wait till after the midterms and then tell him to shove it on the pipeline, which I think would be awesome. Awesome. Wow. So, speaking of the war on women, literally, Maine Republican says he's qualified to be a senator because smacking his wife around means he has guts.
Ah, right.
Just in case you were thinking they were getting any less misogynist.
Wow.
Eric Bennett. Doesn't he look exactly like you think he'd look?
Yeah, like someone who smacks his wife around because he has guts. Sure.
Saying. He doesn't have a manhood problem at all, apparently.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
You put tomato on my sandwich. There are consequences for that kind of thing.
He's running in a primary challenge against incumbent Susan Collins to be Maine's next United States Senator. According to Bennett, he's qualified to be Senator because beating his wife makes him brave enough to stand up for family values. Trademark Republican Party. In 2003, Bennett was convicted of domestic violence against his wife, who divorced him after he attacked her. Of course, Bennett denied beating his wife and appealed. The Maine Supreme Judicial Court upheld his conviction.
Mm-hmm.
He said all that needs to be done is you have to repeat what you wrote down in the police report, and that allows the victim to be viewed as a credible witness. So basically, if someone writes something down, it doesn't have to be true. All they have to do is repeat that on the stand. That's grounds for anyone to be convicted of domestic violence. No, I think generally there has to be some other
evidence. Yeah.
See, the Maine Republican isn't to blame at all. His battered ex-wife and those mean old liberal activists on the courts rigged the system against him, and that's not all. Bennett also says that smacking his wife around and fighting to overturn his conviction proves he has the guts to be in high public office.
Well, it's the bitch at it coming offense.
Right, of course.
Right,
sure.
Right.
The fact that I've been jailed repeatedly for not agreeing to admit to something I didn't do should speak to the fact of how much guts and integrity I have.
Ugh.
If I go to D.C., I'm going to have that same integrity in doing what I say and saying what I do when it comes to protecting people's rights as well as their pocketbooks.
The rights not to be beaten by their lunatic husband?
The same integrity to do what I say, or
else.
Yikes.
All right.
Wowee. And 2016, I think, will probably be a war against a particular woman, Hillary. If her biographer is to be believed, he says she's already running. Hillary Clinton biographer Jonathan Allen.
I don't think it took a biographer to see this.
He said, I will say she's already running, pointing out there's already super PACs backing Clinton, and the former Secretary of State will tour the country for her book, Hard Choices. She said, Travis already has her book, doesn't he? No? Okay. She's campaigning for president right now. She's just not an official candidate. Yeah, everybody keeps asking me like I have some inside. I'm like, oh, I think so.
You met her once.
I think she's running. Oh.
I don't think it took a biographer to say that. I mean,
well, he has a little more insight than the rest of us doofuses do. Wow, here's a new poll I hadn't seen. Guess who did a poll, Jim? Gary Bauer and Tony Perkins.
Gary Bauer? He took a poll. That can mean different things to different people, you know.
He likes polls with rigor mortis.
Yes. And Tony Perkins?
Yes.
No, mother, blood, no! Mm-hmm. No, I'm even a very naughty boy.
No, not that guy.
Get out of the shower. Give someone else a chance.
Using all the hot water.
Two conservative groups are pushing back on moves by the GOP to drop opposition to same-sex marriage from their party platform, releasing a poll of base voters taken last month that found in favor of defining marriages only between one man and one woman. The poll, commissioned by groups led by Gary Bauer and Tony Perkins, so you know it was totally unbiased.
Sure.
Yes, I'll tell you more of the results of this. Very, 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 very startling. 58 minutes after the hour. Right back on the Stephanie Miller Show.